Welcome to the Herbalist Podcast, everybody. We're here again with Rob and Dean.
Howdy.
So, bit of a weird week, if you will. We I don't know. It's just been weird this week. Trying to get moved. Rob's basically almost moved in himself.
I got a lot of other work I gotta go back and do in order for that to happen.
Right. Fucking,
Apparently you can laser grave bowls at a library.
yeah.
Yeah, that's something I learned this week too.
Yeah, Dean's been engraving our bowls for rec routes down to the library, and yeah, it's pretty cool. They let you engrave a bowl at the
They also do
library.
3D printing.
They also do 3D printing.
Yeah.
Can I print a bowl?
I'm sure they'd let you.
That would be funny. So
I don't know if I'd ever want to smoke out of that
No.
thing.
No, you know how you do it. So it's just like those silicone bowls. So what you do is you print it to have this giant fucking hole in the front where you put your weed down in, but it's not like a bowl. It's just a hole there and
you
whatnot,
put
and
a
it comes
glass
through.
sheath in.
Yep, and you put a glass like bowl piece right down in that. You just slip the glass bowl piece into it.
Oh, okay. So it's more like making a stem for it, not making
Yeah.
the whole bowl. Because I was gonna say I didn't want to pack that into some plastic and try to light that. That's a bad idea. I do some
mean,
foolish shit, but that's even foolish.
We said 3D printing. It doesn't have to be plastic.
Isn't that what they normally use?
Normally, yes, but I mean, I've seen houses 3D printed.
I don't see the Steel Memorial having access to those materials.
We're surprised Steel Memorial has access to this shit.
Well, yeah, actually, Derek was telling me that's something they've done recently.
By the way,
within
totally
the last
go down to
few
Steel
years.
Memorial and have your stuff printed or laser etched.
Yeah.
They're nice.
They've started
do it.
doing that just to get more traffic in through the door. Because in order for the library to stay open, since it's publicly funded, they have to have X amount of foot traffic. That's why they brought in the 3D printer and the etchers and whatnot, because people aren't going there.
Who the fuck goes to the library anymore?
I do when I have time.
Okay, but like, when
If-
do you have time?
Not as often, but that's why I have a library of my own.
It is a nice
Exactly.
library. I'm not going to lie.
People who
And I don't mean this, all my books are digital and Kindle. No. Yeah, Dean can attest. I have an almost 500-pound tote out on the back porch right now of books.
Rob, people who would go to a library are like you, and 99% of those people have their own library.
Have their own library.
Some. Actually, there's
My
some.
mother's got 3 times as many books as you.
Oh, I know. She's
My
accumulated that over
my-
time, but there's a
brother
lot of
does.
book nerds I know that
No.
don't have the collection that I do.
Fair.
I'm just saying libraries are
Someone who notably
dying, unfortunately.
used the library a lot in his youth and read thousands of books, actually.
Yeah.
Cat Williams.
hmm Actually, in my early 20s and whatnot, when I had nothing but time and no responsibilities after work other than doing stupid shit.
That's not
I'd hang out.
responsible.
Yeah, I know. I'd hang out.
Responsibilities.
I'd hang out in the library and just pick up things and read just to kill time, and they never kicked me out.
Why would they? You're doing what you're supposed to do at the library.
I'm not checking anything out, or am I causing chaos so they can't do anything?
Well, I mean, you were checking stuff out, but not checking it out.
Exactly.
I'm a little checked out.
I mean,
Odds are, actually, there were a few times if the book was short enough, I'd finish it in one sitting. I've been telling Dean, if I got gripped by the right book and I had enough time, I could sit down and finish a novel in
So
a
tell
day.
me how good did the grip? How was the grip?
For Berserk?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was kind of like an instantaneous one when I got that big-ass collection. And then once I realized that collection is only 3 of the ones you have upstairs, Yeah, it's fucking good. I've
Go
torn
berserk.
through almost 100 chapters since Tuesday. With what free time I've had.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like last night when you showed up, between the point that Maria went to bed and you showed up, I technically went through 3 of the books, but I was halfway through one and got halfway through another, so
Nice.
I read about 2 of them in 2 hours.
Nice.
That's cool.
It's not one of those series that's overhyped for no reason like some of them. It is well worth the read. And it's brutal as fuck, too.
Well, I mean, that's been known to happen.
Snow bunnies.
Yes. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Dean's got some snow caps he's going to smoke with us today. Some Snow Bunny snow caps from a sticker store in Elmira. We don't advertise for the sticker stores around here. People can figure it out them damn selves. I'm not doing your job
Smooth.
for you. If you were good at your job, people would already know
That's
where you were
smooth.
at. And I don't make any money with you, so I ain't advertising for you. But they do have snow bunnies, which are snow caps. And they look pretty good. Let's hit it and see how it
Yeah.
is.
Tasty.
That bubble ash?
Yeah.
Bubble ash on top.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with old bubble.
Rob and I'll disagree. You can so go wrong with bubble hash.
Well, go wrong making it, yeah, but I meant like
No. You can go wrong just smoking it. And Rob and I'll agree on this because he's the one who brought it up to me. I'll smoke bubble hash. I don't like it the entire time I'm smoking it. Rob won't smoke too much bubble hash because it tastes like resin. It's gross, bro. That's why I like my other hashes. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Bubble hash is great. It fucks you up.
I was
you know
going
what I'm
to say,
saying?
regardless, you want your shit rocked, suck up and deal with the taste.
Right.
That's why I don't mind.
Well, that's what I meant by you can't go wrong, guys.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste the
But it
best.
tastes like
but-
shit, bro.
I mean, really, it's the same mentality with edibles. They don't fucking taste the best, but that's not what you're there for. You're not there for the taste. You're there for the ride.
With most people, I love it when people come back to tell me, yo, that edible tasted so good. Yo, so
Actually, yeah, that's the best compliment because it
Yeah.
is really hard to dilute
Yeah.
that taste out
Yeah.
and get something actually that tastes good.
yo,
Especially
And
with
does
how
its job.
strong he makes
I sold
Yes. That's actually why I like making them because it doesn't tickle my nerd, like my weed sensibilities. It's more the culinary thing. It's like, I
Yeah.
found a way to make that taste good and still do its
it's
job.
kind of like I was explaining to the people down to Rec Roots. I told them, I was like, listen, I used to make a bunch of money off of edibles. The reason being is because I made really good edibles. They were potent, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't matter what they tasted like because nobody could make nobody could make a potent edible. Nobody knew how to fucking do it. Now, about 1 in 5 people out here are actually getting it right. You know what I'm saying?
I think I came across one of those guys years ago because he warned me. Gave us a bunch of brownies. He's like,
I'm not gonna lie.
don't take too
My
many.
friend,
And
he makes bubble hash like you make fucking edibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I've always been.
But no, that was years ago. I ended up eating one of them one day, and I didn't really feel anything. No one else wanted anything, so I was like, you know what? This is probably a fluke. So it's gonna take a lot for me to feel anything. I ate 3 of them one day before band practice. I don't remember getting to practicing or getting home from practice that day. But I checked the footage that I had recorded just to go over our progress. We did fucking amazing that one. And I don't remember any of it.
Yo,
Sounds like the
fucking-
time I went to band practice robo tripping.
Probably equivocal. I was fucking gone.
So that reminds me of this other time that you were on probation.
Oh, right afterwards when you gave me that. My dumbass decided to get one of his supercharged brownies and a cookie.
And he hadn't smoked in like 5 months.
Oh,
I ate both.
I don't think I heard from Rob for like 2 days, bro.
I slept that whole day.
I slept.
You ever have those moments where you eat those and just before it kicks in, you can feel it and you're like, oh, fuck.
I fucked up.
It was one of those moments.
It was at that time Rob realized he fucked up.
I slept that whole day.
Yo,
I felt great the next when I woke up
Oh,
the
I
next
bet.
day,
Like,
like really,
that
really
reminds me.
refreshed.
That reminds me of that PJ story. Actually, let me call PJ real quick and see if I can't get him to tell this story. If not, I'll tell you guys the story because it's fucking great. You already know it. I don't think you've ever heard this one. But hang on, let's see if I can get PJ on the phone because he's a little more animated than I am. Oh, Mr. Phillip. Where are you, Mr. Phillip? Phillip Hackett. Oh, I'm sorry. I just put your whole government out there. Let's see if we can get him on the phone this morning. Not much. So I'm sitting here recording the podcast, and hang on. No, I'm on. Volume comes out. Yeah, I know. You're on the podcast. I was just telling everybody about the time that I gave you a chocolate crusted Reese's the
Captain Crunch bar.
yeah, that Captain
Yeah.
Crunch bar.
Remember it
Do you want to tell the story or do you want me to?
Oh, I can do it.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rob, how's it going, bud?
Oh, not so bad yourself.
Oh, pretty
Good.
good. Say happy 420. So he's got a cooler with over on that side, so it's cold. Okay, we get to the man's house. He says, now there's one in there. Now I'm used to his edibles at about 30 to 40 minutes after I eat a half a cookie, it kicks in. So now he hands me this, I don't know, cereal treat and tells me, oh, you got to eat the whole thing. So in my mind, I thought he made a weak batch, and I was thinking, oh, so I got to eat the whole thing to get a buzz. No problem. I said, I can eat the whole thing. No, he meant that I had to eat it in one setting because if you take it out of the cooler, we couldn't put it back in because they were going to throw everything out. I was like, oh, I'll eat it. But I didn't know about the cooler part. Well, I ate that thing. I went home, grabbed some woman that I didn't even know, slapped a lip lock on her, told her I was taking a nap, babe, see in an hour, and I woke up about, 14 hours later?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, something like that.
And everybody had to explain to me everything I did before I went to bed. But it hit me so hard, by the time he dropped me off, I was gone.
Yeah, that was one of those times I told you, you got to eat the whole thing. And he was like, oh, it must not be strong. And I was like, no, it has chocolate crusted onto the top of it. If you bite it and put it down, it will go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah,
One of those ones that you should have broken instead of bitten.
definitely one of them times that I swear by edibles.
Hell yeah. But no, I was telling that story, and I was like, you know what? Let me get PJ on the phone. He'll tell it better than me.
Oh, it's crazy. It comes from a different view when it's hitting you.
Right.
Because honestly, I don't remember the trip home. I don't even remember leaving our friend's house. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But actually, people had to remind me who I kissed the night before, and then it kind of started coming back to me. I thought it was big, parts of a dream I had or something. The best part about it is when I woke up, I thought I had only slept an hour, and then I figured out what time it was, and I said, "What the hell's it doing daylight at 11 o'clock at night?" And they said it's during the day, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I laid down about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Was the last time I seen a clock. And they said, yeah. They said if I didn't come out pretty soon, they were going to break in my house and come check on me.
That's funny. But, let me segue real quick, because I got to tell you, and I'm on podcast, so it's cool to just announce it anyway. We have a couple of plants that are ready, bro.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we gotta do a few things with them. Obviously, we gotta harvest them, cure them, and whatnot. And I also need your help with something else with them. I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, we got a bunch of Gorilla Butters and the one Platinum Cookies and Cream.
Oh, Platinum Cookies and Cream. That's a newbie.
Yeah,
on me at least.
It's new for me too. It's from that one guy who does the Platinum Monkey Mint Punch.
Yeah.
So he gave me a cut of his Platinum Cookie and Cream, and I ran that to see how good it was. I actually have 2 of them, so if we like it, we can keep the one as a mom.
Oh, sounds great.
I actually already sequestered the one as a mom. I never budded her. I only budded the one because they're both cuts of the same one, so we can make our own cuts if we like this. If not, I'll just bud this other one off, and we'll get the bud off of it, you know?
Sounds great. What's the topic on the podcast today? Edibles?
We were just talking bullshit, and we segued into the edibles, so I figured I'd get you on the phone. Oh, yes, for anybody listening, this, you are listening to the original test dummy right now.
Yes, that would be me.
Yes, PJ is is my original test dummy. I remember when I first started making edibles, I brought them over to PJ and I said, "Here, eat this. I need to know if it gets you high."
That's it. Well, actually, you didn't even take it over. You walked it down the hallway.
That's true. He was living with me at the time.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty funny.
That's it.
But, all right, bro. Well, we're going to let you get going.
Alrighty, man. I'm my freaking one game keeps locking up, so I switched games today. Keeping up with wrestling. Did you notice? Did anybody notice that wrestling Monday night swapped to Netflix?
Yes, I did, and they did something special for the very first episode.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, me and Tanya, we watched it live. And that was, that's the first time in many years that I actually watched a live Monday or Thursday night show.
Yeah, usually you catch up.
Yeah, I have to catch up. Like, I got to watch it the day later when it's streaming on, in demand and stuff. But this is cool because they left SmackDown to USA Network, and I guess they bumped it up to a 3-hour show.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
All right. Well.
Alrighty, guys. That's all the update on the WWE. But we'll talk to you. Yeah.
Real quick, are you coming down soon? I thought you were coming down around your birthday.
Yeah. We're gonna be coming down about the beginning of the month.
All right. Well, just let me know so we can set something up.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. You want to know if I seen my shadow or not, asshole.
Well, I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry you had that. But I'm on live.
Oh, no, you're good. This is an adult show, you fucker.
Oh, okay.
We do not have we have explicit content warnings, so
Oh, okay.
that's the girl in the background doing the dishes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, actually it was me stirring my coffee.
That was stirring coffee?
Yeah, my girl has got let me use a Yeti coffee cup, and it's kind of like
That's
metal.
gonna be a pain to edit
But
out. Oh
I can have a cup of coffee, and it'll stay hot. It'll stay hot enough for over an hour to burn you.
Jesus Christ!
All right, bro. Well,
Talk to y'all later. Be good.
All right, man. Have a good one.
PJ.
All right, bye, people on the podcast. Later.
Later. That's gonna be a bitch to edit out later.
We should
Oh,
have told him not to stir that damn coffee.
I didn't know he had one of those until
Right. Me
Oh.
either.
that was like nails on a chalkboard.
A little bit, yeah. We like PJ, but he's not the best with the mic control. Oh man. Yeah, so that's a good segue. I've got 6 plants ready. 5 Gorilla Butters and a Platinum Cookies and Cream.
Ooh.
Yep. Now, I'm not gonna have a lot of bud, just FYI, because I experimented with these plants. I was, huh?
Tasty.
Oh yeah, it's a salad.
Okay.
It's got a little bit
salad.
of Corey's weed in there. Oh. If you want to buy some fucking weed, hit Corey up. Like, no lie. Do it quick, too, because he only has a half a pound left, but he grew some grape gas.
Yeah.
It's fucking fire, bro.
is fire.
You should grab some weed off of him before he doesn't have any left. He only grew like a half a pound, though, so, I mean, I would get it soon if you want to.
Yeah.
It's good as fuck. Just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? But where was I? Oh yeah. So I tried my new growing method. You've seen me do this before, Rob. I was trying to grow in a sea of green. So you remember what a sea of green is? Kind of. It's where I grow the small plants and I put a whole shitload of them in the same room. But they're real tiny, so they don't take up as much room. So that's the way I grew these, trying to test that grow thing out. Yeah, so I've got a few Gorilla Butters and a Platinum Cookies and Cream ready right now. I grew them in the sea of green method, though, so they're small plants. You know what I'm saying? But the Platinum Cookies and Cream, I kind of grew a little bit bigger. I put that in a 3-gallon pot. That's probably about 3 foot tall. It doesn't have a lot of bud on it, but it's got a decent amount of bud. And then the other 2, I'm trying to grow them without larf, if you will. That's why I'm growing so small. Yeah, I know you love that word.
Larfy.
So when you grow in a sea of green, one thing I've noticed, especially working at the greenhouse, you can see it with their plants because they've just got so many of them. Certain ones they took and budded when they were small. They were just R&D plants, so they just budded them to see how good they would be. You know what I'm saying? Like research and development. You don't want to run something if it's going to be shit. You don't want to run like 300 plants that you can't sell. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But so yeah, they R&D'd them, and some of them only grew like 2 foot tall, 1.5 feet, 2 foot tall. You know, because they budded them real early, and they have no larf. Absolutely no fucking larf. I mean, they've got nuggets at the bottom of the plant.
Okay.
But it's not
This
a
is
larf
random,
nugget.
but you know who pops to mind every time you say larf?
Ooh.
Pinky.
Pinky.
From
Larf.
Pinky in the Brain.
Lark.
Larf. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to
Larf.
when I was a kid. But no,
Oh.
that's my 2 cents.
Side tangent. Which one's a genius and which one's insane?
I mean, we're all a little insane, man.
I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Um,
Like, Pinky looks like a lunatic, but if you follow the textbook definition of insanity, Brain's the insane one.
Yeah.
and honestly, Pinky is a genius. Think about the show. How many times did Pinky get Brain out of trouble? How many times did Pinky save the day?
I swear, kids shows were more highbrow when we were younger than they are
Yes.
now.
Oh yeah, way
Yes.
more.
Because even then, they present it as just the base. Like that's more of a. The way they present it is more of like the comic relief of things. Like, oh, it's funny, the moron saved the day. But no, it's actually the exact opposite if you pay attention.
He's a
when
genius because he knows how to fix the problem.
Ed and Eddie randomly breaks into dimensional theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that some indie animators picked up? Well, they didn't pick up permission for it, but they started doing not really a spin-off series, but it's Ed, and Eddie in their teenage years.
Wait.
It's if I can find it,
Does it have a PG rating still?
Wait, no, but does the
No,
original
no.
animator in person have anything to do with it?
No.
Oh.
It's just so I've seen some of the proto episodes and the animations that they've made so far.
Oh.
It's really fucking good. And it's kind of related because in it they are also stoners too.
I mean,
like
how
one
would
of
they
the
not
episodes is Ed and Eddie hitting a bong.
Nice.
Obviously Double D's not, but those
doesn't
two are
need
just
to.
those two are just passing one back and forth. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you guys. It's really good.
So no, it doesn't have a PG rating.
No, it doesn't.
Thank God, because I was really
It's
hoping it would.
independent. It's not on any networks. You can find
Well,
it on
they would
YouTube.
slip little things in there. Like there isn't a scene in Eddie's room where there isn't a little magazine that says "Jiggy Jiggy" in it. So he was like porn in his room all the time.
Oh yeah.
Fucking there were. That show was full of adult jokes. There was a
so
lot
many
of
adult-
kid shows that were full of
yeah.
adult jokes that we just didn't catch at the time. And I go back and rewatch it, and I'm just like, damn, I wish my kid would watch some wholesome cartoons. And then I put these on, and I'm like,
Chowder was whack.
wow, they're fucked up.
Schnitzel.
Ketchup. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even remember where we were at.
We just went on a tangent, bud.
We're in Horseheads. That's where we're at.
Allegedly.
Upstate New York. Allegedly. Peach Creek.
Yeah, Peach Creek. Oh, yeah.
Peach Creek.
Oh, wow. Okay, because the town was named Peach Creek. Okay.
I've seen the images of those guys as teenagers before. I've never known what it was from. Fucking stoners. I swear to God, they're fucking everywhere anymore. These fucking stoners. You can't fucking get them on topic. You can't get them off topic. You can't get them on you, and you can't get them off you. What the fuck?
Aphids.
How long ago was it released?
Oh, wow. That's
We
recent.
need to get a movement behind that.
Slash the misfire.
You should have turned your microphone on that for that.
Yeah, and I just closed out of it too.
What's it called again?
I gotta find it now.
You
Close
gotta
out
Peach
of it.
Creek.
No,
the episode.
the
name.
episode name. So look up Peach Creek.
I got it. Bong / the misfire. Peach Creek mini episode 2. It's 3 years ago.
Oh.
They've been working on this for a while. They've only got one full episode, but
I
it's
bet it's one person.
Yeah,
Maybe
some of these
two.
are.
It might just be like an animator and a sound guy.
it might even just it might be just one. No, I'm good. But yeah, it's even got the Canker sisters in it.
Really?
Yes.
Are they still trying to get with the Eds?
Not exactly trying anymore.
They are with them.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's not really.
exactly trying.
From what I remember, it's not like directly implied, but you can tell with Double D and I can't remember the name of the specific canker sister, but she's kind of the gothic one.
That's why I thought the gothic one like
Yeah.
Double D.
Yeah,
right?
like in the original series, the respective ones kind of end up with the respective heads.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, Double D and that gothic chick were kind of like just two sides of that coin.
But that's the thing. That's the one thing I do remember about it. Especially, I really wish they can find a way to continue it, because I think Double D's is going to be the best kind of story out of it. Actually, odds are it's really going to get kind of dark. Like, because if you really think about the original show, Ed's parents...
Ed had a dark life.
Were abusive as fuck. When he got grounded the one time, they literally took the staircase.
Yeah.
Eddie's is just kind of the same. Like, the parents are somewhat absent, but it's his big brother that it's the abusive one.
Yeah.
Like the whole family's lives improved once he left. So he wasn't just a menace to Eddie.
His big brother originally, they rewrote his big brother into the movie because originally they were going to have it where it was all going to, his big brother was a lie the whole time.
Yeah, I remember that theory. And Double D's is... from the way they paint it, is more or less the most depressive one, because he deals with the absence of his parents the most.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, they only communicate through sticky notes. They're never seen, and they continue that trope.
Yeah, and not to mention he's the his sister is the favorite. Or no,
that
was Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's continued through too. Sarah's still the favorite.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've all got. Like,
and Ed
like
lives in a basement.
Yeah, like that's the thing. You don't think about it when you watch it as a
Sarah's
kid.
Character would be such a bitch in high school.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the link to it so you can see it. But I think the first episode they do at least touch base with all the original cast, like Kevin, except Johnny. Johnny's the only one that's missing.
Oh fuck!
Well, they imply things.
Oh wow! Like Johnny got like.
Well, you think about it. Johnny
went
was
to the psych ward as he grew up or something. Yeah.
Kind of. It's like almost implied that way. Because, I mean, if you remember, he was the one that carried around Plank the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, there were a few screws loose. And I think they touch on everyone. Like, Ralph shows up, Kevin, Naz. Why the fuck do I remember all this?
Stoner thoughts, guys.
It's like I remember the entire cast for Ed, and Eddie, yet I have to always go back and restudy the basics of music theory because it eludes me. What the fuck?
I mean...
Anyway, back on topic. Yeah, exactly. Mental hierarchy and whatnot. Anyway, back on topic. This is why I'm trying to keep my mouth shut.
You have type 3 diabetes.
I might.
Did I tell you what that is?
Alzheimer's and dementia.
Oh.
Alzheimer's and dementia is actually type 3 diabetes. It is insulin resistance in your brain.
Yep. It's just labeled as a mental illness.
Hey, you know what helps with diabetes? Proven. Like, well, clinically anyway, because they haven't studied it very much.
A lot of sugar?
Well, yeah, but pot helps regulate your glucose. That's probably why, even as a fat kid, I didn't have high sugar, because I smoke a lot of pot.
I did not know that.
Yeah, believe it or not, people say...
So you mean I run the genetic risk of getting diabetes just because it runs in my family?
Preventative care.
Same.
So really all these years of actually being smoking and whatnot has helped reduce my risk of getting that?
Yeah.
Not
to mention the reduced risk of mental illness and the reduced risk of prostate cancer because you're a male. The reduced risk of schizophrenia, believe it or not. Proven facts. You can look them up. Pot smokers are less likely to get prostate cancer. In men, that's a big one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking a lifelong pot smoker is up to 80% less likely to get prostate cancer.
That's a high percentage. No shit.
Right.
Fuck yeah, I'm glad I thought it just helped with my eating and sleeping. Fuck you, genetics. I win. Woo!
So now that we're on this topic, I kind of like talking about this.
I'm gonna shut up and shut off just so you can go on your tangent. I won't
Oh,
interrupt.
you never know. You might have something good to say.
I might. If I do, I'll turn it back on.
Okay, so anyway, the reason that it's helping you is because THC and CBD, CBN, CBG, THCV, the list goes on. They're all phytocannabinoids. Phytocannabinoids are cannabinoids that exist in nature. They exist in plants, right? Inside our bodies, we have something called an endocannabinoid system that is very lightly studied. We have not really touched on this topic. They just discovered it in the fucking 90s. Medical books didn't acknowledge its existence until the early 2000s, and they're just starting to teach about it. Over 83% of medical colleges in the United States do not teach about the endocannabinoid system. Now, this is very important because the endocannabinoid system, as the name implies, endo, it is inside of you. From the moment you are born, you have an endocannabinoid system. From the moment you're created in your mother's womb, you probably have an endocannabinoid system. We just don't cut babies out of women and test them for shit like that. That's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, so your endocannabinoid system plays a giant role in your overall health. Now, endocannabinoid, as the name implies, you have this system in your body from birth. You actually create your own cannabinoids during certain situations. Actually, during a lot of situations. Cannabinoids help regulate a lot of things. Believe it or not, they help regulate dreams. They help regulate sleep. They help regulate body temperature. They help regulate heart rate. They help regulate inflammation response. Yes. So in your nervous system, there's something called the CB2 receptor. It's in your nervous system. It's in your immune system. It's in everything. Okay? The CB2 receptor is most prevalent in the immune system and in your body, in your skin, and your muscles and stuff like that. CB2 receptor is what activates to fire a neurotransmitter to tell your body to perform an immunoresponse. Believe it or not. Now, the CB2 receptor is most commonly activated by your endocannabinoid system. However, when you're not healthy, your endocannabinoid system doesn't work correctly. Think about it like a car. When the car is a little damaged, that shit don't run right, does it? But then you take it to a mechanic who does something outside of the car, usually puts stuff into the car, and then the car's running right. Am I right? Right? So, same concept with your body. When your body is damaged, your body can't run correctly. It can't send your endocannabinoids to these endocannabinoid receptors to form the functions that it needs to do. Phytocannabinoids, which are cannabinoids that exist in nature outside, thus allow you to consume a cannabinoid that is not a perfect match, but it's damn near perfect for the endocannabinoids. To activate those systems to allow your body to basically perform its own functions. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of taking ibuprofen, it activates your body to relieve the swelling. You know what I mean? Instead of taking Sudafed, it activates your CB2 receptors to release your own immunosuppressants or not suppressants, but your own immune system responses to, fight these diseases that are coming into your body. It actually does that. Like, you can look this shit up. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a damaged car, it doesn't run right. So then you put something into it, i.e. weed. And it brings your body back to homeostasis and allows your body to live in harmony. That's what homeostasis means, is your body is living in harmony. Or if you live in homeostasis with like your environment, that means you leave no impact. You know what I mean? The environment provides for you and you provide for the environment. It's like a give and take, perfect harmony kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what your body does with the cannabinoids. So, I mean, it's pretty cool, in my opinion. Sorry, that was just side thought of the day. Random teaching lesson.
That's what this podcast is about, bud.
I know, but we weren't started there.
So?
But, but yeah.
Still content related.
Also, on that note, if you will,
Yes.
do you realize that the cannabis plant has evolved on this planet since before Homo sapiens? Or actually, since before Homo anything. Since before any of the humanity started evolving. Cannabis has been here before us.
Yes.
Scientists agree that we started evolving 6 to 7 million years ago. They think it was closer to 6, but who the fuck are they to tell us? They don't know. They're guessing. They also have found fossil record of cannabis plants.
In a lot of cultures.
No, 27 million years ago. That means these fucking plants were here 20 million years before we were. Basically. In other words, who's to say that we didn't evolve alongside of this plant? Who's to say that this plant didn't help our evolution?
I thought they were proving that with psilocybin.
Again, that's a theory that they also suggest. Why would a monkey just all of a sudden stand upright and start using tools? You know, why would anything in nature that has never seen or done anything like this before all of a sudden do that? Unless it was out of its right mind. You know what I mean? Nothing had ever used a tool before that. Nothing. You know what I mean?
The only other creatures that they observed doing that, actually, it's something weird I learned last night, are octopi.
I was just thinking that, Rob. I was thinking that.
The only issue, though, is considering they only reach a certain level of intelligence, is because of their lifespan. There's the age range for species of octopi range from 6 months to 5 years.
I
thought
they lived a lot longer than that.
So did I.
Yeah,
But no, apparently,
really.
like, the shortest age range for one is 6 months. Which is fucking nuts with what they can do in that amount of time.
Right.
So, and again, they live in the ocean. So, that doesn't play a factor in their intelligence.
There are...
So, I guess... going into the conspiracy realm, if you will, I guess that begs the question, is this kind of intelligence from this planet?
That's very true. But from what we can determine from the cannabinoid system is, most of the physical effects, like the inflammation response and everything, they were initially probably parts of the plant. And then after consuming the plant for so long, our body started to create its own chemical to kind of replicate the plant, if you will. And that, because the plant was, performing an immune response within our body, it was a beneficial plant. You know the best part? We weren't
How long
even
can
getting...
they prove that system has been part of our bodies?
They can't prove it's ever not been part of our bodies.
So that was probably passed on before us.
Yeah. It was probably just animals
Eating
it.
Yeah.
Not even getting high.
Yeah, just eating it.
Yeah.
Eating even at worst, just the leaves. So I'm sure they got some sort of effect from it.
No, they were probably eating the buds and the seeds of it too. Because if
I know you can watch several species of bees coexist that would normally fight each other around a pot plant. But they will fight off anything that's not of a bee orientation.
Oh, shit.
Do you know why? Because there's more than enough food for everybody to go around. Because cannabis.
I watch bumblebees and honeybees and yellow jackets all get along around one.
I'm
or
more
set
astounded
group.
by the yellow jacket.
So the cannabis plant creates so much pollen and sap per capita that it's just ridiculous. The seeds from the plant themselves have been they're superfood, like avocado and whatnot. Hemp seeds, like they make hemp seed cakes and whatnot. They grind this shit up and turn it into like fucking cakes and biscuits and whatnot. They are a fucking superfood. Like, yeah, like gives you a ridiculous amounts of nutrients.
Speaking of that, I recently learned why avocados is superfood.
Why?
They contain healthy, naturally occurring fats equivalent to that of a cooked burger.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The chemical chain that makes up that fat is the same 18 chain that cooked hamburger has.
Wow.
Why doesn't it taste as good then?
I don't know. But it's a superfood because it doesn't cause any of the nasty side effects of prolonged consumption of cooked beef. All that fat and whatnot, the way we cook it over a long period of time. Yeah, it's somewhat healthier if you cook it yourself, but
so some
still
of these
not
burger
quite.
joints have avocado burgers. So then you're
Yep, that's a California creation. And the whole craze of putting pineapple on burgers, you want to know where that originally started?
I don't know. Do tell. I've never really thought of putting pineapple
Well,
on a burger.
where would you think it'd come from?
Hawaii. That's everybody's thought when you think of pineapple. It's probably like Washington or something.
Canada.
Really?
The Canadians.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
But yeah, no, that's a Canadian thing. I've got not because I work at a burger joint. Again, I started the rabbit hole a little before that, but I've been going down the burger rabbit hole a little bit.
Ooh, Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, I think after our little lesson and after my little spiel today, I think we're pretty good, right?
Oh,
You got
yeah.
anything to add, Dean?
I think it's been a great podcast.
Closing thoughts, Rob?
I didn't have any opening thoughts.
All right.
Done.
I don't have any thoughts. That hurts.
All right.
Existence is pain.
Everybody, we will review our thoughts. It's going to be a very quiet room, just so you know.
Not entirely,
Not
because after a certain point, I'm just going to screech into the void in an existential crisis.
Well, I was going to say, usually there's...
That
sounds about right.
Usually there's nothing there, so if I sit there with my own thoughts, I just sit there with nothing.
Mine normally goes... There's a lot of static.
And then this, like, inexplicable, creature with an unexplainable voice comes through and starts telling you to do random... Wait, that doesn't happen to you guys?
No.
On occasion.
Oh.
The dark thoughts.
Oh, those are thoughts? I thought it was something telling me to do it.
Like the strange urges and whatnot, like the random thoughts. You know, if I drive off this bridge, I could do this. That's there's a French term for it called le Pel Du Vide, and it roughly translates to the call of the void. It's like a weird thing that all humans kind of experience. Although, did you know 50% of people don't have an interior monologue?
What?
Yeah, like no internal voice for their thoughts.
What?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Oh, wow.
Dude, I have multiple voices in there. Maybe that's a whole side tangent.
That's a different kind of percentage.
Is that normal?
I mean, define normal.
I don't know. I guess hearing a voice in your head to notate your thoughts is a 50-50 crapshoot anyway. So
Multiple voices is just like
but yeah, no, that's
extra fun.
That's weird.
Define fun.
So I think I'm just gonna start going around asking people if they got that little internal monologue for their thoughts.
Like, hey, do your thoughts talk to you before you think them, or are you just blurting things out?
Or do things just happen? That's what I wonder. 'Cause, yeah, I always got like an internal thing going on.
Yeah, me too. Most of the time.
So yeah,
Most
anyway,
of the time I'm trying to shut them off. All right, everybody, have a good day. Thank you for tuning into the Herbalist Podcast.
Yep, we're just gonna leave it there and let you guys ponder that.
Yeah, we're gonna go have our own existential crises while you do the same.
Yes. Have a good afternoon.
Peace.